Alright, so we should be good to go. So the first thing I'm gonna do, okay, if I'm sitting up here and I'm ready to buy land, I'm ready to start some businesses in the metaverse, I'm gonna go straight to my bar, my search bar, and I'm gonna type in white papers of the projects that have already shown some success. So Decentraland, I'm gonna look up Decentraland. Okay, you see the first thing that popped up, Decentraland white paper. Oh, my thing said it's having some connectivity issues. Hey, drop some fireballs if you still with me. Somebody let me know the connection is cool. Anybody. Alright, for sure. Thank you. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, so the first thing I'm gonna do, Queen, is I'm gonna go and I'm going to look up the white papers. It's called a white paper. Alright, if you don't know what a white paper is, a white paper is basically an essay that the creators write out, and it discloses everything, every detail about the project they disclose to you. So you're able to go and, like, even Bitcoin has a white paper. You're able to go and read about the Bitcoin project, right? And find out what's all the fuss about Bitcoin. So for Decentraland, you just type in Decentraland white paper. Now this would be my first step. I would go and do this for Decentraland. I would do this for the Sandbox. Okay. I would do this for crypto voxels. So I would literally type in crypto voxels, right? It's the first one that popped up. That shows you I've already been reading these. Okay, so crypto voxels is another multiverse. It's another game world being built up, and it's had some success already. Their land is selling, it's popular. The Sandbox. So my first step would be to go and look up these projects white paper and get familiar with why they are successful, why those projects have been successful, why are people buying this land within Decentraland, right? Well, if you go and read the white paper, you're gonna find out, okay, this is why. It's a decentralized autonomous organization. It's a DAO, first of all. So the people control Decentraland. There is no one authority that's calling the shots. Okay, there's no Zuckerberg that's calling the shots over Decentraland. All right. Whereas Meta, when Meta releases their land project, I'm sure it's probably going to do well, but that's going to be controlled by Zuckerberg and his minions. You feel me? That's a centralized, but that's a whole other conversation. But what I want you guys to understand is, before you even purchase land, you want to understand, why am I even on Decentraland crypto voxels white paper? Yes, so Queen, basically I'm just saying, yeah, Decentraland, crypto voxels, and the other one is the Sandbox. That's another popular one right now. With those three, I feel like if you go and read them a couple times, take you a day in between, go read another one, and really just soak up, like, okay, why this is important. That's why I listed this as like the first thing that I would be doing. No problem. So So that's first things first. You want to go and read these white papers. They are there for a reason, and that's going to help you understand why you're even looking for the land, right? And also, we're going to kind of break this up because I want to unpack this question in its totality. And when we speak about land and then we speak about the businesses, that's kind of going to be like a separate conversation, and once we get there you'll understand why. But for my second step, okay, after you done read the white papers and soaked it in and you understand what's the importance of these lands, you want to go ahead and you want to decide, okay, do I want to get land off of the secondary market, or do I want to try to catch some land that is set to do a live sale? They call it a live sale. So that's when you can obviously, if they were doing a land sale today, I could go and get that land, before anybody else, and basically have first come, first serve. And the secondary market is self-explanatory. That's where you would go to, like, Opensea. So you would come to this website, Opensea. Alright, I'm sure you've heard of this if you've been paying attention to this space for a little bit. This is like a secondary market. So you can actually go in here right now, and this is what it would look like to go shopping for some land in Decentraland. As of now, you got to get it on this secondary market. So you would go to Decentraland, and these are the land plots that you can purchase right now on the secondary market. Okay, so this one, you get this little square, right? Now, if you're on the secondary market, looking at these projects, something cool that you could do is you can actually click in. So say I wanted to look at this one, I could go ahead, click into it, and I could see it's by some water, right? I could see it's by some water. Location is a big thing, and right here you can see somebody's offering them $8,000 for this piece of land. Right now, to some of y'all that might sound crazy, but this is what's going on, and hopefully by the end of this little session I could get you to understand the value of this land right now. But you can see it for yourself. This is an offer and they haven't accepted it, so that shows you, like, just the value right there. They're offering 8K for this land, for this little section. Okay, so what I wanted to show you here though is when you click into one of these on the secondary market, you could come up here to the right and it'll say view on Decentraland. Okay, so I could click that. It's going to take me to Decentraland, and I'm gonna have to log into my wallet, I believe. So let me see, it's loading. Okay, so right, so it's showing me the land plot that we're about to look at, and then I could just come to right here and I could click jump in. Boom. Alright, so now you could play as guest. You could come over here as a guest right now. You don't even have to have a wallet, so keep that in mind. My shit's taking a second to load, but what we're about to do is we can actually go and view this land plot live and direct. I'm gonna try to continue as guest. See if we could get up in here real quick. And remember, this is in regards to the secondary market. We're looking at the secondary market right now. I just want to keep reminding you that because we will be talking about minting land too when it's like that first come, first serve. Hold up. And I will be recording this on YouTube as well, so if you want to go play this back, you will be able to. I wouldn't just leave though, because you'll be able to ask me questions right now. And since I'm doing this, I'm probably not going to be responding to people up in my DMs asking me questions on this, really, because I'm giving my time right now. And then of course it's going to be thrown on my YouTube channel. So Decentraland's loading. It's much quicker with crypto voxels. I'll show y'all that in a second. But so it's teleporting to that space. And it's probably way quicker if somebody got like a gaming PC or something like that. I'm on a laptop, so bear with me a little bit. Okay, so it just popped me in the game into the we're gonna call this a multiverse. So this the multiverse right here, you know. It's one of these game worlds, and this is the plot that I could purchase right now. We're looking at it. Alright. And that's basically what the secondary market would look like, is just once again going on to Opensea and, you know, looking at what would be appealing to you. Now I'm also going to say, just like when you go and you purchase land and homes in the real world, how you have like a realtor, you know, you got a broker. Yeah, that exists over here too, where you might want to actually connect with somebody as a broker that can go in and, first of all, middleman your purchase and get you the best deal on the land that you could get, and also somebody that's knowledgeable about what things to look for. So I'll give you a few jewels real quick. So some of the things I would look at when purchasing land, if I'm taking it seriously, is like a waterfront type view. Just like that's important in the real world, it's gonna hold some weight over here as well. And another thing is, like, when we get into open world games, something that is important is to be along the roads. So we see there's roads right here, right? That may be something that's very important in the future, to have these land plots right here that are along the road. Where are the parcels physically located, or is this virtual land purchase? Yes, this is virtual land. So these parcels, this is within this one that we're looking at right now is within Decentraland, and this is parcel 6 of 136 that we just looked at. We looked at that live and direct. You saving this one, fam? Yes sir, I'm about to throw it on my YouTube, bro, so you ain't gonna miss out. I know you said you had some work to do. Yes, this is digital real estate, absolutely, on the highest level. So and there's actually already, you know, land and houses that have been put onto the blockchain. So real world houses. So people are putting their mortgage onto the blockchain already, and also you know, like duplexes. I've seen all of that already. So if you were looking for that type of conversation, we're not discussing that today. This was more on the digital side of things. But that does absolutely exist in this space, and we're only going to see more of that in the future. People going and putting their actual homes onto the blockchain so people could bid on them and token. So you're essentially tokenizing your property, you're tokenizing your asset. But to get back to this discussion real quick, so we went over, you know, some secondary sales in Decentraland, but there's also like crypto voxels, right? We were just talking about that. So brother man, what's good? That's my brother right there. So crypto voxels, you can do the same thing. Like all of their land right now is it's already been put on the market essentially. But you know, if they might end up releasing more land at some time, these different projects. We don't know. But as of right now, we got to go on the secondary market to grab some of this, right? So once again, crypto voxels, you could come in, you know, maybe you're feeling this one right here, I don't know. So you would click in. Once again, you can go up here, view on crypto voxels. It's gonna pull up the website, and this one's way quicker than the Decentraland, so we shouldn't be just sitting here. And this is cool because, you know, you could go drop in. Look, so it's giving us like an overhead view. We could see some stuff that other people got going on in the neighborhood, right? And we could see the plot of land that's up for sale. And now I could just come right here and I could click visit, and it's going to drop me in so I could go and do my own inspection. You feel me? I could come and see what's going on with this land, live and direct, right? So I see somebody already. Okay, and this is cool that we just popped into this spot because I could show you something. So you hear there's music. Somebody put this here within this building, okay? And this ties into when you start building out your businesses on your land. This is a perfect example. They got some type of advertisement right here, and I can now click on this. Hold up, let me get closer. Okay, they don't have theirs all the way set up. But if you had a business, like if I'm selling something in the physical world, right, I could straight up put an advertisement on the wall. I could go up to it, I could click it. Now whoever comes into this world and sees this advertisement in my shop or in my building or whatever, they can actually click onto that, right? And it could take them to my real world website. So that ties into the whole business aspect of this. That's the type of stuff that we're about to be able to do. And imagine, like, if people are in this gaming world, you know, anybody who comes and sees this can now, it's like it's promoting itself. Anybody that comes and sees this can now be taken to your world essentially. Whatever product you're selling, you could be selling, you know, Decentraland items, or you could be selling some herbs or something for real. It doesn't matter. And this whole building, instead of being white walls, it could represent, you know, whatever your business is. And they can all be interactive type of posters. Another thing, if you got like a YouTube channel or something like that, you can put your YouTube videos on this wall, And now every time somebody comes into, you know, your room and they look at that video, that counts as a direct view to your YouTube video. Okay, so I'm about to get up out of here. I just wanted to show you guys how you can maneuver through this secondary market real quick if that's what you were looking to do. So that would be, once again, you know, purchasing land within these projects that are already successful. Now, if you wanted to get into projects that are up and coming, this is my steps that I would take in order to invest in some fresh land that's untouched by anybody, right? It's not on the secondary market. It's completely new. I would get me, which I'm going to give you, I would make sure that I am following certain news sites so I could see the latest drops. Okay? So one of these sites I would be looking at is Play to Earn, and I'm going to show you in a second. Playtoearn.net. Thank you. My pleasure. How do we monetize? We're going to get to that. Gas fees associated with Decentraland. Hey, gas fees, whenever you have an interaction. So if you go and, of course, if you purchase something, you know, if you sell something, just the average stuff. I mean, it's you know, it pretty much everything you do in this space costs money. Like, if you realize, if you've been into this space, you realize, like, oh, you probably had a time or two where you were like, damn, I gotta pay for this, you know. But it's all about self-banking at the end of the day. So you just gotta kind of tweak your perspective a little bit. Like, I'm paying to be the bank instead of having a middleman go and handle these fees for me, and then they take it out in a malicious way that I don't know about, because that's what the bank does. So let me see. Okay, so I was talking about, if we want to get into these initial land sales, right, and we want to be early on them, you're going to want to be in tune with certain news sites. So the first one is going to be playtoearn.net. Okay, and you can scroll down and you can see, like, what are all the popular games right now, right? And just for a sake of time, I'll probably just click into one of these right quick. So the sandbox is on here, for example. Boom, so I could click into that. They have things that you could read about it. So this may give you the answer you're looking for, or just off of this, just off this website, you could go over here to these tabs that they got on the website. It's up in the upper hand right corner, and you could click this home button, which is going to take you to their website. Okay, and when you go to their website, of course, you can educate yourself on what it is they're doing. So pretty much this is one of the websites that you could utilize. Another one is playtoearn.online, I think. Yeah, .online. So this one is playtoearn.online, and this is more of a like a news outlet. Okay, the other one was like where gamers go to find the newest games, which can also work in your favor. But this one is actually like a news website. So they're putting out news about video games, right? And see, they talking about a sandbox land sale. Okay, and the value of sand token. So this is how I would kind of do my research, is by going through these sites that I'm giving you, finding out, you know, what project is coming out with land, because not all of these are going to sell land on top of what they're doing. Only some of them. And then you're not going to want to get into every project just because they're selling land either. Like, that's why I said you want to go and understand why them other projects already succeeded, so that we could kind of predict the future a little bit, or have a, you know, just be one up on the market essentially. And I'm trying to find something that I could kind of go into with you guys real quick while I have your attention. So Matrix World, I actually posted about this one the other day. So if you go in and read this, they're telling you exactly you got an edge. So if you go and read this, they're going to tell you what network. Okay, and I'm glad I actually came into this, because you absolutely want to know what network or what blockchain you're purchasing your land on. That's going to dictate which wallet that you use. Now, I will say, for most projects, you're just going to need your MetaMask. For most projects right now, we are good with our MetaMask, I promise you. But in the coming months, years, I think that other blockchains are going to start dropping bigger projects like Solana. You know, I think that these other second layer platforms are going to start being popular with this as well. Not just the crypto, but also like land and having their own metaverses. It just makes sense. So I'm glad I seen that. But as we go into this article, if we were to read it, they tell you, like, you know, they give you a rundown of what this is going to be used for and all of that, so that you could kind of, you know, develop your own perspective on this thing, right? And that's essentially what we want to do. Like he said, player one controller, we want to have an edge at all times in this space. We want to be one up on the market. So moving forward, another website that you should keep in your bag is Cointelegraph. Okay, Cointelegraph. They be having the most on-point news. So that's Cointelegraph.com. You want to be on here in general. If you're in this crypto space, you need to be looking at this page like every day. Every day you need to be knowing what's going on in this world, if you're taking this serious. And you can also get gems on early land releases on here as well. Okay. And the last but not least, of course, CoinGecko. And if you've been following me for some time, you know this is the one. Like, I tell people all the time, you're gonna use this for everything. So I will come up on here, I will go to coins, I will go to categories, and I would be looking at metaverse and gaming. Those two categories right there should be able to keep you on point, right? And you would just go in. They show you all the different. This is all the different metaverse projects. So, you know, like I said, I could have answered y'all's question in about 2 minutes, but I'm giving you the game on how you go and fish for yourself. I'm all about it. I'm not about, charging people for things all the time, and like I like to give to people, and I like to teach them to do for self. And you 9 people that are in here with me right now, you got it. You got it. You're going to be able to go and do for self. And I love that. I appreciate you for valuing yourself and for taking this seriously. Because this is stuff that I charge people for, and I left this open for everybody to come in and learn this today. So props to y'all, for real. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. So okay, we talked a little bit about, you know, the secondary sales. We spoke on, oh, we didn't get to where I wanted to. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the news, right? Now, this is true wealth, young brother. You can only give from abundance. That's right. That's right. So I spoke on, if you are going and you are minting your own land from a project, okay? Say you were doing your research, you found this project you're really interested in, okay? I'm gonna pull up a website. This is another project that I'm actually looking at. I think it's gonna be dope. It's called Ember Sword. Let me see, and they actually just did a land sale not too long ago, and they got many more planned for the future. So first of all, they have a secondary market, but I'm already knowing that they're coming out with more land. So what I could do is I could go to their website, okay? I could go to their website. I'm gonna go up here, view on Ember Sword land. Hopefully this takes us to their embersword.com. Okay, we should be straight. So boom, I come to their website, and how they've done it in the past, okay, is they have so I will say this. In the past, you were able to go into these projects, and when they did like a live sale, you could just straight up purchase your land, right? But people started realizing the value in this land, and when these projects are well put together, they get flooded with people. Like everybody comes in and tries to buy it up for cheap, and then boom, they try to flip it real quick on the secondary market, okay? What that caused these projects to start doing now is they do what's called a whitelist, or they do some type of application process for you to obtain the land. Okay, some of them may require a social security number or an EIN. Keep that in mind. Some of them do get pretty personal. So you just want to know, once again, you know I teach privacy, so I gotta speak on it a little bit. Just be aware of if you're in the public or if you're truly in the private. And if you're in the private, all they're going to ask you for is your wallet, okay? But what they've been doing is an application process to even obtain the land. So keep that in mind. But what you would do, you would go to the website like this, and you would end up, they'll probably have like a spot at the top of the website that says mint your land or whatever it may be. And that's all you would do. You would just connect your wallet at that point, just like you do on any other Web 3.0 website, right? You know, the Opensea, Rareable. If you're buying any type of NFT, you just connect your wallet and make sure you got the proper funds, and you purchase whatever you're trying to purchase, right? And remember, when we talking about this land, these are NFTs still. Okay, these are NFTs still. This is still a non-fungible token. I know we're talking about virtual land, but don't get it twisted. We're still having an NFT conversation right now. So keep that in mind. So basically that's what you would do. You would come to the website, at the proper time, they'll instruct you. They'll, you know, if you're keeping up with their website and things, they'll tell you how to get the land. All right, you just make sure you go through their process. So that's pretty much that. Now I want to discuss businesses. Okay, so this is actually a good example right here. So the Ember Sword, this multiverse right here, their perspective is that they're selling different types of land. So they have the regular land plot that's going to be like that size. Okay, they have a settlement. Okay, you're going to be able to do a little bit more with that. They got a town. All right, just walk with me. I'm going to bring this all together. I'm going to land my plane. So, city, boom. Much bigger. Okay, now why am I telling you this? So, within these different, I call them multiverses, right? We're speaking on the metaverse as a whole, right? But if you have watched like Ready Player One, the best example I could give you is the dude, he was hopping into different worlds to play different games, right? To play out those different scenarios within the movie. So each game I kind of look at as a separate multiverse. It's a smaller universe of its own. It's a smaller world. But all of these multiverses make up the metaverse as a whole. Okay, kind of like when we look at our stars in the galaxy that we're sitting in, right? Just walk with me. So when I think of this thing, these different worlds are going to have their different ways of distributing the land and how the land will be utilized. Within this project, they have told people that each land plot is going to come with, first of all, they're going to be paid for every sale that happens within this game. If people own land, they're going to get a certain percentage of every secondary market sale to them just for owning land in the game. Okay? Just by owning land in this game, these people will be paid a certain percentage of the secondary market sales. Okay? Not only that, they have said that each plot of land may come with a different resource of some type. So, you know, one person might, they said resources, monsters, certain camps, whatever. So that's another way that people will be able to be paid. If they have a certain resource on their land and people have to come to their land in order to get that resource, then their land is more valuable. So that's going to appreciate your land value, and you'll probably be making profits off of whatever resource they're coming to get from your land. Keep that in mind. Okay, I'm just trying to show you the business structure of this thing and how it works in different games. Okay, so so this is like a gamer's dream. Like anybody that loves video games, you know, this is like what everybody dreamed of when they were younger, to be honest. How I was breaking down the multiverses, the plan is for you to be able to take your avatar within one multiverse and be able to take it into a whole other multiverse. So if you play like Grand Theft Auto, okay, you could be able to take that character from GTA and be able to take it into Farmville and go and do your farming over there or whatever. That's like a big part of this thing. That's a big part of this plan right now. So this is basically how Ember Sword, that's their perspective on how they're running And not only that, but just how we were in the crypto voxels land, and people were able to put things on their walls, right? Posters, videos, all of that. Amber Sword has said on your plot of land, they're going to make it to where, you can have your shop. Once again, you can have a shop within a game that's selling virtual goods. You might sell some, logs in the game or something. I don't know. They got the little blacksmithing set up. Okay, so I'm just going off of what I see. But you're definitely going to be able to build revenue off of these games. Now, another perspective. Okay. Oh, and what I was saying about the shops, you're going to be able to do the same type of thing within this Ember Sword game. They want people to be able to have, like post signs, on the land. So you might go up and click, a little picket thing that's in a front yard or something, and be able to go to a website. It's all about, when people are on your land, it's about creating, wherever you want to take them to, essentially. And once again, it could be your real world business, Now, another perspective, okay, is this project called Polka City. And I'm mad I missed out on this one. Excuse me. Okay, so this is another city that's being built out. I don't believe it's live yet. Now, I want to show you a different perspective. So this is their idea of how they want you to be able to produce in their world. Okay, just walk with me. So they got these taxis that you can obtain, and just wait, there's more. Okay, they got limos, and you see somebody bought this for 11 ETH. Somebody bought this limo for 11 ETH. Okay, they have a shopping center within this world. Somebody paid 25 ETH for that. I guarantee you this was real. This was dirt cheap at some point, though. This was dirt cheap at some point. Somebody has a gas station within this game. Somebody has a hotel. Now I'm going to just click on this. This Polka City Hotel pays 10,800 Polk tokens every week. Every week to NFT holder. We're about to do some math right quick. We're going to good old handy dandy CoinGecko. You dig? We about to come over here and we're going to type in POLC. Polka City is $2.07 right now. Let me pull up my calculator. What was it? 10,800? 10,800 Polk. Y'all are about to be tripping. It's 207. 207 times 10,800. At these current prices, they are making 22,000 a week for a fucking video game. For a video game. This is okay, and that's why I kind of spent so much time breaking down what the land is and these businesses. because there are different perspectives going on right now for what you can even do. So while Polka City already has businesses that you can buy, these other games kind of leave it open for interpretation. Let's go look at how much they spent on this, Queen. Let's go see. So I do not know. Somebody minted it, and that could have been, that could have been dirt cheap. That could have been like a $300 mint. It could have been stupid. I would have to go do my research on that. But usually, the mint is under 1,000. I'm not going to lie to you. Minting stuff is usually under 1,000. Okay, they minted it 8 months ago, and then they ended up selling it or they listed it. Okay, hold up. They sold it. They ended up selling it for 17 ETH 6 months ago, and I know they probably ain't feeling too hot about that one. Minting is just like we have our treasury mint money within our world. The first person to go to a project's website and basically you mint your whatever you're purchasing with that creator. You two mint it together. So this first person who sold for 17%, they can actually put royalty. They could have put royalties on this. They could have put royalties on this because they minted it. So whenever you hear the word mint, it just means that was the first person to create whatever that object is, whatever that NFT is. Okay, that's what minting is. Just like the treasury is responsible for minting today's fiat. What site is this you're on? I'm on Opensea right now. I'm on Opensea, and we're looking at the Polka City assets. Okay, so what I want you guys to get from this, first of all, I'm sure now I've answered your question. You should know how to go and purchase these lands. You should know how to get it on the secondary market. You should know how to go and get it on a live listing, a live sale, right? But most importantly, I want you to understand that this space is so new. It's in its infancy. Okay, so what we're seeing happen right now, and how the businesses will begin to show themselves is really up to us. It's just as creative as we can be as individuals. It's really going to depend on how creative we can get. So I wanted to make sure to show you a project like this, and then a project like this one where it's completely different perspectives, right? I hope you guys kind of got what I was trying to put down. But even with like Decentraland and crypto voxels, it's really about building out your business. Just like we find a problem and we create the solution to that, we create our business to provide a solution for the problem in the real world. This is going to exist over here too. Now we can start to identify the problems and start building solutions as businesses. And I'll also drop this free jewel. The NFTs that are going to survive this next bear market, this next downtrend that's bound to happen, the NFTs that survive are going to be the ones that have a business structure to them. I'm going to say that one more again. The NFTs that are going to survive the test of time will all be NFTs that have businesses backing them. They have to have some type of business model for the NFT to really survive and thrive. Yes, I'm glad you asked that. Are there brokers and advisors who one can pay to facilitate? Now, the people I will send you to, and I'm 100% confident in them, is first of all Chicago crypto blockchain bully. You have to go and follow him. You have to go and follow him, and when you decide to get land, please go to Chicago crypto blockchain bully. The next person that I would recommend is Slice. So let me go on my other phone because I want to make sure that you guys are going to the correct people. You know, the bully is one of the goats for our people, man. I got so much respect and love for dude, and never met him, but he's one of my greatest mentors. And that's the cold part about it. If you know how to use the internet, you really don't have to. You really don't have to be with people in person. You can really choose who you pay attention to and who you allow to share information with you. But yeah, definitely, yeah, Chicago crypto blockchain bully. That's the first person that y'all need to follow. And if you plan on buying land, have him, ask him if he would, if he would broker it for you. The next person, let me go find his IG. Okay, so we got at Chicago. Ooh, I don't know if I'm finna be able to type on that. Ooh, I'm gonna do it, because I got love for y'all. So Slice IX, and don't worry, I'm about to drop this in the comments so you can screenshot it or whatever. So definitely brother Slice, he can broker. Now, you're still gonna have to go and speak to these individuals. I'm not just telling you go and tell them, hey, you're gonna do this for me. We always come with respect and make sure you ask them. But these would be the individuals I would go to. Chicago. So at Chicago crypto block bully. Boom. Okay. So those are the two individuals that I would trust wholeheartedly to guide your purchase. Make sure that you're getting a good deal. Make sure that your location is right. They're real slick. They're real slick in this environment, in this space. Let me see. I think we pretty much handled the conversation in totality. If anybody has any questions, now would be the time to pop them off. Once again, I'm going to be throwing this on YouTube. My YouTube channel is the same as my Instagram. It's kelzthagreat. And yeah, it was a pleasure, you feel me? Yeah, this is fire. I appreciate it. I always try to over deliver. And because like I said, I could have just came in and shit, I could have just made a small little post like, oh, you go do this, you go do that. But nah, I want people to be laced up, all the way, and doing these things the proper way. Salute. Yeah, I appreciate y'all tapping in. It's interesting though, huh? That's a fact. That's a fact. And I live by that, you know. Gotta pay it forward. Yeah, and I know like not everybody is interested. This was of course low key. That's why I got on this joint, because I was like, look, man, I could have easily answered the homie's question. I could have easily, but I said, you know what? It was a really good question, and as somebody that's in this space, like, you don't always know what people are looking to find out. You know, it's hard. It's impossible to read people's minds. But that dude, he was actually in that Sunday class that I did not too long ago, and he was popping them questions off. So, and he's new to this space, so he's definitely somebody that asks really good questions. But I was like, I might as well just you know, get me some people together and just put it together for y'all like this, because this is how I would prefer to get this information. And then you don't gotta go and look for it either, you know. And I think that's the best thing about actually going and learning from somebody, is you don't have to search aimlessly. A lot of times we don't know the questions to ask to Google or to YouTube for a space that we're unfamiliar with. So when you get somebody to teach you, you know, they usually have some form of structure for you, and they could teach you where to look, you know. Like, even today, I was able to convey certain things to you, but at the same time, I like to teach in a manner that allows you to go and do some due diligence for yourself as well. So notice, like, we didn't read through everything today, but I told you where to go and read. I told you where to go and look at these things. I gave you resources to use, you know. I appreciate you, Queen. She said she's going to drop me some bankroll. Appreciate that, always. Y'all got any other questions while you got my time? I appreciate you too, bruh. I know somebody got a question. Somebody got a question for me. Hey, look at these slow pokes tapping in, man. We done completed the whole thing, y'all. But look, you'll be able to get it on YouTube, though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep delivering for sure. I do this now. Came across a post with big brands buying land. Is that on a particular server or metaverse? The sandbox is looking real popular. You know what? We could keep looking at some shit while we got some time. I'll show y'all some other stuff about this metaverse. Let's go over to good old YouTube. You feel me? Trip y'all out some more. Big brands buying land. I wouldn't say a particular server though. They're pretty much the main three is Crypto Voxels right now, Decentraland, and the Sandbox. Alright, so let's look at some other things that's going on within Decentraland. Sotheby's. What y'all know about Sotheby's, man? It's a real art museum, and they opened up a location within Decentraland. This is you know, some futuristic shit. This a museum, right? Art museum. It's an art museum right here.
Super exciting things if you're not familiar with Sotheby's.
Go look up Sotheby's.
One of the OGs in the space, which is incredible respect to them. To see them in Decentraland now is super pro.
Look at the homie at the door.
We get our little intro.
Greeting people.
Right the building here. We got these really cool automatic opening doors. The development work in this building is really cool. Little reception area. Just kind of moving back. We got gallery 1, and then we got the central gallery here. A couple other ones that loop around.
So look, he's about to show you how you can interact with the art in here. This that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Some stairs that go up, but we can't take those at the moment. Neither of these doors here open, cashier, cloakroom. We can't go in either of those. But yeah, a bunch of really cool art going on in here. You can come up, click the piece. It'll just give you a little description of who did it. You see exchnge down there at the bottom. Hit view auction, and it'll tab you over. You can check out the piece. So yeah, really cool.
Okay, so I don't know if you caught that. He clicked. So this is what I was talking about earlier. He clicked that picture within the gallery. Okay, he clicked the picture, and it took him straight to the website so he could purchase it.
Here, you come up, click the piece. It'll just give you a little description of who did it. You see
right. It's a little description over here. He said view auction.
You can check out the piece. So yeah, really cool. You see this one has 29 bids on
and boom,
for 100 grand.
He's on the website now, and he's able to purchase it.
Yeah, you can scroll down. It'll give you a bunch of information on the work.
So that this is part of that second part of the question. You know, how are the businesses going to work? This is one of the ways is through your advertisements, right? And how you create your land or your building structures, however you do it, you just want to make sure that you're tying them in to whatever you offer to them, whatever you want to offer them, right? So you could have some NFTs like these folks are doing. You could have some skincare products to where it take them to the website. You know, maybe they see a YouTube video on your wall of you describing the product to them, and then boom, they're able to click that ad on the wall and go straight to the website like this. This is what's going on.
Definitely worth coming in.
I hope y'all seeing this.
Going through some of these pieces yourself. I'm not going to get into reading all of
and this is absolutely what we want to be teaching the younger generation. Why not? I think people should be homeschooling their kids, man, and showing them all of this. You know, instead of letting them go to that daycare till they in the fucking 12th grade. You know, no disrespect to anybody. We all do what we want to do, but it's just my opinion. You know. Okay, something else I can show you. It's really interesting. Casino. Yeah. So this is within Decentraland as well. It's about to trip you out. Crypto. Let me see. All right.
Hey, what's up, fella? See
okay.
On the bottom right, it says free play. That is the free money it gives you to play with. It gives you 5,000.
They got a casino within Decentraland
kind of fucking around, taking advantage of it being free
where
money,
you can go and gamble your crypto.
Taking it too seriously.
Real talk.
But I'll probably send over some mana.
Not only
if anybody's interested in watching,
can you come and gamble your crypto,
stay.
But you can invest. They have a certain portion. Let me plug my charger in. My phone's finna die. They got a certain section, okay, of this casino where you can own the games within the casino. Let me say that one more again. They have a certain section within the casino where you can own the games up in there. So whenever somebody loses, you make money off of that game. If you wanted to go play on your own table and lose some money, you still get paid back some of that shit you lost. This is what's going on right now for real. So he's about to gamble his crypto.
Oh, we did. Congratulations, guys.
You just won some crypto at the casino. What the fuck?
Feels good. Feels good. There's usually a good bit of people in here. I shouldn't say a good bit, but a handful of people I've seen running around having a good time in here with me. But it's kind of early today. A lot of people are at work, being that it's Monday.
Yeah, it's going down. This is it, man. This is hey, people be calling it the metaverse. I be calling it the oasis.
Gambling and stuff.
It's the oasis, man. That's what they was talking about in Ready Player One.
Fun environment for everybody. But just
shit's crazy.
Out here, but
yeah, so y'all got some things to think about, man. Some things to look at. And I'm gonna throw this up on my YouTube so you can go run it back. I know we spoke on a lot. I tend to do that. It's a lot of people in this space. It's a lot of people in this space that you know, I tap into their lives and stuff, and they got people's attention for like, they got people's attention for about 30 minutes, and they, you know, they ain't said shit. It's shocking, you know. So I want everybody on here to also pay attention. You know, the 5 people that's on here, pay attention to, you know, go put on a stopwatch when you listening to people and see if they've added any value to you within 20-30 minutes. You know, if not, you probably shouldn't be listening to them too often. You know, but I know if you set that stopwatch with me, I'm adding value to you. You're gonna be able to go and reflect and be like, damn, I feel enlightened. I got some shit to think about. You know, and it's like I see that a lot. I see that going on a lot right now, and it's unfortunate. I wish people would treat their time more valuable, treat their person with more higher regard than just listening to somebody, you know, who's saying a whole lot of nothing, basically.
Pretty much it.
It's crazy.
I believe we'll kind of maybe check out some of the outer ends.
Facts. I can filter and deceive and discern, receive value from damn near anything. Right. I mean, you could learn from a baby, to be honest. But I'm saying, like, some of these people, they just, it's like their mouth be moving, but I don't be hearing no content come from it. I be like, damn. But folks be listening to it, eating it up like it's gold. You know? That's why when I say I'm about to teach and stuff, I really make it my goal to add value.
10 more.
You know, that's all anybody will ever be able to say on my name. Shit, I learned something. And that's cool.
Add your card and you stay with your same bet. In this case, just because
but
we're doing good, I'm gonna double
yeah,
down.
there's some of the opportunities over here right now. It's crazy.
But take our chances anyway.
So as far as the businesses go, you know, it's all up to us. It's about how creative you want to get with this thing. So just remember that, and don't downplay yourself. Don't downplay your ideas and your thoughts, because you know, we are the creators for real. Each and every one of us, we have been given power to create. It's just on us. We have to realize, like, we're more than they told us we were, and right now we're coming into a time of everybody figuring out, like, oh, I could create things. I can either create things, or I can live on a regular wage that the government's going to give me, and I could be controlled. So there's going to be a great divide, I feel like, You know, it's just me talking. Hold up. I completely forgot to say this shit at the beginning of this video, but I gotta throw it in here somewhere. Disclaimer, hey, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, okay? This is all entertainment. But yeah, I feel like there's about to be a divide, and people are really learning, like, hey, I could be out here creating things now. So, and me myself too, you know, I had that realization. So I'm really speaking about self. But it's our time to create. So keep an open mind, and just stay thinking of some things that would benefit our people, you know, us as a people, all of us. I don't care what your, you know, what your skin tone is, none of that. You know, we need to be thinking of things that could benefit us, not things that are going to hold us down, not things that are going to put us in a box, right? We need to be thinking of how to benefit each other, how to, you know, how to really do some commerce for real, put out products that benefit us. Even with these NFTs, man, you could have physical products backing your NFT. And I don't think we've actually, I don't think we've hit that peak yet with physically backed NFTs. I think when that time comes, it's going to be powerful. So, you know, also think of things that you can back with a physical piece, because that's gonna hold a lot of value here shortly. But yeah, if we ain't got no more questions, man, I'm about to tap out. I'll give it about, you know, another minute. And once again, this will be recorded. I'm gonna throw it up on YouTube. I'm sorry, it already was recorded. I'm gonna throw it up on YouTube. Matter of fact, boom. Let me shout out my YouTube right quick. With my 3 people in this bitch. Go follow my YouTube. Go like it, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for them notifications, and get this free game that I'm putting out, man. Go watch these videos if you haven't.